Hello everyone, welcome back to Basic Knowledge. In this video, we will discuss most important February 2026 current affairs for any competitive exams. Let's get started. The Union Budget 2026 to 2027 anchored on which of the following core current affairs? Option number C, that is 1, 2, and 3 only. It was presented by the Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, presented on 1st February 2026. Mud volcano erupted after more than 2 decades on February 7, 2026, at which location in the Andaman Island? Option number A, Shyamnagar in Diglipur. A mud volcano in Shyamnagar, Diglipur erupted on February 7 to 8, 2026. When did the tripartite agreement for the creation of Frontier Nagaland Territorial Authority (FNTA) signed? A. February 5, 2026. A historic tripartite agreement was signed on February 5, 2026 between the Government of India, Government of Nagaland, and Eastern Nagaland People's Organization (ENPO) to create the Frontier Nagaland Territorial Authority. The main aim is to grant enhanced autonomy to 6 eastern districts of Nagaland: Mon, Tuan San, Kiperi, Longland, Noklak, and Shamator. What was the theme of World Wetlands Day 2026? B. Wetlands and Traditional Knowledge, Celebrating Cultural Heritage. It was established based on the adoption of the Convention on Wetlands, Ramsar Convention, on February 2, 1971 in the Iranian city of Ramsar. India has 98 Ramsar sites as of February 2, 2026. The tropical cyclone Ghezani, which caused widespread destruction in February 2026, made landfall in which country? D. Madagascar. Which country won the ICC Under-19 Men's Cricket World Cup 2026 by defeating England? A. India. Who won the men's single tennis title in Australian Open 2026? B. Carlos Alcaraz. What is the primary purpose of SHIM marks as announced in the Union Budget 2026 to 2027? C. Serving as community-owned retail outlets for women (SHGs). It is an initiative announced in the Union Budget 2026 to 2027. It is an extension of the existing Lakpati Didi program, and the primary purpose is to serving as community-owned retail outlets for women (SHGs). The Information Technology Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code Amendment Rule 2026 come into effect on D. February 20, 2026. Notified by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. The main focus is to curb deepfakes, misinformation, and regulating synthetically generated information (SGI). Union Health Minister J.P. Nadda has set a target to eliminate lymphatic filariasis elephantiasis from India by which year? B. 2027. The Supreme Court recently held that the right to menstrual hygiene is a part of fundamental right under which articles of the Indian Constitution? C. Article 21. What type of missile is the Shahid-3G missile recently tested by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC)? A. Naval Surface-to-Air Missile. tested by the IRGC Navy in February 2026 in the Strait of Hormuz during the Smart Controls drill. It provides 360-degree coverage with an operational range of approximately 150 km, designed to intercept aircraft, drones, and cruise missiles. What is the primary use for the Strela 10 very short-range air defense system, recently tested by the Indian Army's Connaught Corps? D. Neutralizing low-altitude aerial threats. Successfully tested in February 2026 by the Indian Army's Connaught Corps at Pokhran, Rajasthan. It has an effective range of 6 to 10 kilometers. The 13th edition of the joint military exercise Khanir 13 was conducted between which two countries? A. India and Kyrgyzstan. Conducted from 4 to 17 February 2026 at Misamari, Assam. The main focus is to counter terrorism, special forces operation in urban and mountain terrains under a UN mandate. The joint military exercise Agni Pariksha conducted in Arunachal Pradesh in January to February 2026 between which two forces? C. Indian Army and Indo-Tibetan Border Police. Conducted in Arunachal Pradesh, and the main primary objective is to train non-artillery personnel in artillery procedures and firing missions. Which edition is the joint military exercise Dharma Guardian, which is commencing in February 2026? C. 7th edition. Conducting from 24 February to 9 March 2026 at the Foreign Training North Chowbatia in Uttarakhand. And the main aim is to enhance interoperability in urban warfare. Which country hosted the Milan 2026 Mega Naval Drills? B. India. There are 72 to 74 nations. Over 60 warships are participating in this naval drill. And the theme is camaraderie, cooperation, collaboration. Where was the India's first LNG diesel dual-fuel demo train recently launched by Indian Railways? D. Sabarmati, Ahmedabad. The main Indian Institute of Ayurveda AIIA New Delhi has signed a memorandum empanelment agreement with which organization to provide cashless Ayurvedic treatment across the country? A. General Insurance Council. Which Indian institute has successfully conducted a real-time remote ultrasound on a patient nearly 12,000 km away in Antarctica in February 2026? A. All Indian Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, New Delhi. Dr. Chandrasekhar S.H. led the AIIMS project team for this landmark remote ultrasound. Which state became the highest producer of wool in India according to Basic Animal Husbandry Statistic BAHS 2024 to 2025? C. Rajasthan. Dalai Lama won his first ever Grammy Awards at 68 Grammy Awards in which category? B. Best Audiobooks, Narration and Storytelling Recordings. Which country became the first European country to ban social media access for children below 16 years of age? B. Spain. Where will the India's first dedicated quantum and AI university campus be set up? D. Amaravati, Andhra Pradesh. The implementing agency are NILIT under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. And the primary purpose is to create a primary academic hub for AI and quantum research, strengthening India's deep tech and startup ecosystem. Which state government has launched the Banglar Yuva Sati Scheme 2026 to support unemployed youths? A. West Bengal. The primary purpose is to provide financial assistance of 1,500 per month to unemployed youths registered with Unemployment Bank. And the aim is to support youth in upgrading skills while offering temporary relief, often known as the rebranded Yuvasri scheme. Which state government launched the Mukhya Mantri Gramothan Yojana 2026 to provide urban-level facilities in rural areas? B. Gujarat. And the primary purpose is to provide urban-level facility in rural areas. Launched by Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patil from Bandra in Anand district. When did the Union Cabinet officially approve the proposal to rename the state of Kerala to Kerala? C. February 24, 2026. The Kerala Legislative Assembly passed a resolution on 24 June 2024 to alter the name of state of Kerala to Keralam to reflect the name used in Malayalam and represent linguistic cultural identity. On February 24, 2026, the Union Cabinet has approved the proposal to rename the state. Where was the first BRIC-Sharpan meeting under India's chairmanship 2026 held? A. New Delhi. It was held from February 9 to 10, 2026 at New Delhi, and the theme was Building for Resilience, Innovation, Cooperation and Sustainability. Recently, who has been appointed as the interim CEO of Niti Aayog? D. Niti Chiber. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has become the first Indian Prime Minister to address the Knesset of the Parliament of which country? A. Israel. That's all for today. If you found this video useful, don't forget to hit like, share, comment, and subscribe to the Basic Knowledge. It really motivates and helps the channel to grow. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.